August 1st, everybody. This is the Joe Sixpack Racing Podcast. I'm Greg Dreiss, and the Joe Sixpack Racing Podcast is brought to you by the Joe Sixpack Racing League. I want to let you know the Happy Hour Truck Series is debuting on September 1st, and we're doing recruiting races every Thursday. The next recruiting race this week will be Thursday, August 4th at 8 p.m., and that will be at Richmond. We're doing 125 laps. Details I just put up today on the Facebook page. If you want more information on the Joe Sixpack Racing Happy Hour Truck Series and the upcoming Xfinity Series, you can look us up at the Joe Sixpack Racing Facebook group. You can tell it's been a while since I've done this. And we have a special guest tonight, Anthony Thurber from Tnt Racing 9 JR. Is that Tnt Racing 9 Junior? How you doing, Anthony?
Yeah, it is.
Oh, it's Junior. Okay. How did Tnt Racing 9 Junior? How'd that name come about?
Well, the name came about is because my dad's name's Tony, well, Anthony, but everyone along my hometown tells him Tony, so I kind of established the nickname TJ, and then my dad raced back in 2010. And so our name was TNT Racing.
Oh, okay.
His number was 9, so I adopted it and put Junior behind it.
Oh, that's kind of cool. So it's a family thing there. So you mentioned that I'm not going to use the word, but you said you did a crap ton of racing. What type of racing did you do, and when did you get started?
I do dirt oval in real life. I guess I kind of got started when I was a kid.
Cool.
My pap died, and he gave me his tractor, and we made it a racing tractor.
Oh, that's great. So, a lawnmower tractor or a farm tractor?
It was a lawnmower tractor. It's a 1996 Craftsman.
Oh, that is so cool. I was working with somebody doing security right after I retired, and a girl, she came in with a broken arm one day, and they said, "How did you do that?" And she said, "Lawnmower racing." And I said, "You've got to be kidding." So, what do you do to the engines? You don't just buy it off from Home Depot and go racing. You got to do something to those, don't you, to make them competitive?
Well, back then I was 12, and I couldn't race the higher up class. So what me and my dad did is we swapped the wheel pulley and made it go 50 miles per hour stall.
50 miles per hour at 12 years old.
Yeah.
That's pretty crazy. That must have been a lot of fun. Did you win a lot of races?
We only had 5 or so a year, and I only raced 3 years before it went gone, but I think I totaled up 10 wins with that thing.
Well, that's not too bad. Congratulations on that. It's it went away like a lot of racetracks. People they got tired of it, and the racetracks are closing. Was that what happened, or did people just lost interest?
Well, we only raced 3 different tracks.
Okay.
It was my home fair, actually. I raced 3 times there, and then the one church raced us twice, and that's it.
Ah, okay. So, did you do any other racing after that, I don't know, go-karts or street mods or whatever, on any dirt tracks or asphalt?
Well, my mom died when I was 13, 14, so we gave it up. And then 2 years ago, my dad bought me a 1992 Geo Cylinder racing because that's what he raced.
Oh, cool. So, your first car, I gotta congratulate you on that. It was a 1974 Nova?
Yes.
In 1974, I was 12 years old, and I was absolutely in love with Chevy Novas at the time, as well as Corvettes, but Corvettes were a little too expensive, and they're still too expensive. And I almost bought, in 1980 and 1976, Chevy Nova 2-door. It wasn't an SS, because my father would not let me get the SS version on his insurance, even though I was, for a teenager, making a boatload of money at that time. Ended up not getting it, and I regret it to this day because I wanted that Nova so bad. That was a cool car.
Yeah.
Back in the day when they were still pretty easy to work on. So who's your favorite driver of all race formats?
The biggest one would have to be Kyle Lawson.
Okay.
Like, he's the most well-known one, but, like, my favorite local would probably have to be Saint Seville.
Okay, and what did he race and when? Oop, you still there? Okay, Anthony said his phone was...
Saint Seville still races.
Okay.
And that's that.
Okay. Yeah, you cut out for a little bit there. What did you say he raced or does race?
Oh, I said he races on Thunder Cars in the front-wheel drive division at my local track.
Oh, cool. And what's the name of your local track there?
Path Valley Speedway.
Cool. I know. I asked because I know Pennsylvania has they have a lot of dirt tracks down there from one end of the state to the other. I think there's more dirt tracks per person down there than anywhere, and I know we've got quite a few around here. But I know Pennsylvania's got a lot of them there. So, do you have an iRacing league or that you run, or do you race in leagues that other people run?
I personally don't race in leagues. I do officials for now. I tried to get a few leagues started up. Like, back for PA Speed Week, me and my cousin got together and tried doing like a PA Speed Week, but didn't have any really luck with it. I think we had 10 races after that. Yeah,
it is really, really hard to get a league started and keep people interested. This will be our third year with Joe Sixpack Racing, and we started out just doing once-a-month money races, and then everybody was having such a fun time, they said, let's do a league, and I was like... I was still working full-time back then, so we ended up doing it, and we're a couple, one division, the Cup Car division, they went their separate way, and they're doing quite well, and getting some really good races and a lot of views on Freaky Fast Broadcasting. So we still have a base that we're working with, so we're doing the Truck Series and then the Xfinity Series. So, you do... Oh, what is it? Race monitoring for, or like officiating for other leagues?
Yeah, I do race officials.
That's what I meant.
My Axel and myself.
Oh, cool. So how many leagues do you do that for? And what's the hardest thing to do when you're doing race control?
The hardest thing to do while I'm doing race control, not gonna lie, is trying to find out who caused the caution, or if it was Dutch netcode. Exactly.
And netcode is insane. My biggest issue the few times I've done race control is when there's a caution and you pull onto pit road and you know there's nobody near you on the track, and then you get that black flag for passing under caution and you know that you didn't pass anybody. Have you ever had that happen?
Yes, I've had that happen. Multiple times.
Yeah, and I don't think iRacing has addressed the issue, because we had that happen a number of times in some of the leagues that I ran, and somebody would go back and look at it and say, there's nobody I passed, so we would, of course we'd clear the black flag at that point. So you're a setup maker, and you also do some paints. Do you do your on Trading Paint, or Facebook, or Gimp, or how do you do your paints?
I use Trading Paint to get the template, and then I go on Paint to make designs, and then I upload them all on Gimp and change the colors up all around and everything.
So you go with three-step process then. You do 3 different sites to get them going. That's pretty good.
I take my time and try and make it look decent.
Cool. I have not mastered Trading Paints. I'm okay on it. I've tried Paint. I've tried Paint.net. GIMP, I haven't even bothered. And let's not even talk about Photoshop. I'm a professional photographer, and I do not use Photoshop. Photoshop, to me, you might as well take me to another planet and get me speaking an alien language. I just don't understand it. So how hard is GIMP to learn? I've heard some people say that it's a steep learning curve. Others say they just jump in and right away it works. How did you find it, and what did you do to master Gimp?
I mean, me personally, I don't think I've mastered it. I still have to work on how to like edit my map thing. I forget what it's called.
Oh, the spec map?
Yeah, the spec map. Like, I have yet to master that, but I just mess around with it and figure out what works for me.
Oh, there you go. So with using the spec map, do you have a lot of customers asking for the chrome or the metallic paints?
Yeah, I do. And then, I'm going to need a little bit extra time to get the colors. That's right. Most customers understand that.
Yeah, and a little bit extra money, I hope, too, right?
I'm in a leg for the place. I charge you lower rate because it takes longer.
Yeah, I was on a Facebook group for trading paints, and then they started talking about the spec map and the chrome and the metallic paint, and I'm going through, I can't find it. I said finally I had to leave the group because I was like, I wanted to stay up on all the trends of painting and all the trends on iRacing and all that, and I just realized I'm running 3 leagues. I'm doing a podcast for the league, doing a podcast every week, going out doing photography, gardening, tropical plants upstairs, propagating and selling them. I don't have time to worry about that. So I've never got down to the chrome or the metallic paint. So if I need one, I'll give you a holler and have you do that for me. How's that sound?
That sounds perfectly fine with me, bud.
Okay. Setups. What's your favorite racing form or genre to set up for? Dirt, oval, road courses?
My favorite is anything to do with the 30-foot legends. I don't know why, I just love them.
Oh, the legends are cool. I got a chance to actually see them once up in Loudon, Vermont. I want to say it was 2 years ago. It was during COVID, and that was the only asphalt track around that we could go to, and I live just south of Albany, New York, so we drove 4 hours to go watch the Modified Championships, and they also had the Legends, and they were so cool to watch, but it was really kind of sad because there was not a lot of people there to watch the Legends, but they were the coolest cars to watch. It kind of reminds me of the little clown cars, and when they stop, you expect like 25 clowns in clown suits to climb out of them, but they're really cool cars. What do you like about them?
I like that they're just lightweight, and at my local track, I run them once a month, so I get to watch a lot about them and learn how they handle.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah, those are really neat cars. So, how often do you have customers contacting you for setups?
Not a whole lot due to Eli and Knuckle and them all. They get most of the customers, but I've been really trying hard to get the word out there.
Okay. So if somebody wanted to contact you to get either a paint or a setup done, how do they get in contact with you? And oh, by the way, this is live on Twitch right now, and it'll be up on Twitch for 2 weeks. Also, I uploaded to YouTube. So you can send people to YouTube for information, and then tomorrow morning or later this evening, I download the audio off of Twitch, and it gets uploaded to about, I want to say about 24 different podcast platforms, including Anchor, Spotify, Amazon, and what's the other one there? Apple Podcasts. So there's plenty of ways to grab customers off of that. So how do they get in contact with you?
Well, they can either add me on Discord, and I'll pull them into my channel.
Okay.
My Discord is Anthony Thurber, and my phone numbers is 5531, I think.
Okay.
Or they could contact me on Facebook, or they could contact me on YouTube at GTA Racer 09.
Cool. So you're on all the platforms. It sounds like, so you're getting the message out there.
Yeah, I'm trying my hardest. It's don't always work as you plan.
Exactly. I've never had any racing photo or racing podcast or racing information go viral The one that did was a photograph I took of a canoe in our backyard that we turned into a little koi pond, and I posted it on a garden site on Facebook, and it was like 40,000 likes and 10,000 shares, and I'm like, oh, how can I do this with racing stuff to get the word out? So, yeah, it's hard. It's hard. What I found works best, and it's not so much making something go viral, it's just getting an audience that wants to buy your product. It doesn't do much good if you've got a million followers and nobody's buying your stuff. You're better off having 50 or 60 people watching what you do and buying your stuff. Is just whatever platform you're using, just make regular, consistent posts, about what's going on, what are you doing now, or like a new race coming up or something. Hey, get your skin done here, get the setup done for whatever, like that. So that's what's worked for me, because it just gets your name out there and people start knowing you and knowing what you're doing. And then when someone says, hey, where can I get a paint done, he said, oh, call the guy at TNT, because I hear him all the time. So in your bio you sent me, you said something about that you're doing broadcasting or looking to do it.
Yeah, I'm doing broadcasting. Right now I only have one gig.
Okay.
It's the Prestige Worldwide Racing Series. Okay. It's Thursday nights at 8 o'clock.
Oh, okay. I was going to ask you to do our truck series, but we're Thursday nights at 8 o'clock. Okay. So I got to keep searching then. So how did you get into broadcasting, and what do you stream on? Do you use OSB, or are you on Twitch, Facebook? How's it working out for you?
I kind of do it like you do. I go live on Twitch with the race. We code the race, and then I upload it on YouTube.
There you go.
And then, like, little clips and stuff I'll upload on my TikTok.
Oh, that makes sense. Okay. So how long have you been broadcasting?
I've been broadcasting off and on since March. The Fun Racing Leagues actually gave me my first big break.
Cool. And what do you charge to do a race?
It depends.
Yeah.
Since I'm more of a dirt guy, I say about $7 an hour, and asphalt oval is about 15-ish, and then I don't know about anything else.
Those are very reasonable rates, because we were broadcasting with a couple different ones, and they were $40 a race. Now, I understand, for someone, and I was putting out probably $300 to $500 a month to run the 3 leagues, and most of it went to broadcasting. It sounds like a lot, and it is if you're running a free league. But if you're the broadcaster and you're putting all that time in, and you don't know if the race is going to be an hour and a half or 2 hours, $40 is not a lot of money from the broadcaster's end. So if you're doing them for $15 an hour, that's a bargain price. That's a really good price.
Yeah, like I said, I just try to be fair with everything. Like, I know I'm not top end, but I like getting everyone's info and stuff, and that's how I roll.
Yeah, well, you only get better the more you practice. I used to do talk radio locally for 6 years, and then the station kind of they basically went under, for lack of a better term, and I was like, oh, so it was only a part-time gig, but I loved doing talk radio. And then podcasting came around, and I'm like, oh, this is like doing radio, but you don't have to drive in your car 40 minutes to get to the radio station when it's snowing outside. You can just do like I do and come downstairs and grab a beer and learn how to hold the beer in front of the camera. And that's kind of hard to do, because the camera goes the other way from what you're doing. And have a good time doing it. And the Joe Sixpack podcast, we've had regular Joes like you and I on here. We had the tire changer for Zane Smith in the truck series. I've had radio producers, big time producers that show up. I had a ARCA and a what's the other series? Camping World Truck Series driver on, and you just never know. And It's great, and it's just a lot of fun. It's a great way to meet people, and a good way to get your business out there, your rap making and your broadcasting. Okay, I know you got to go. We got about 6 minutes left. It is 8:15, so we'll get you out of here in about 5 minutes so you can go get on and do your race duty there. Your PC business. Why don't you tell me about that? PC parts, PC tech. What do you do for people there?
Me personally, it's not about me yet. Like, I plan on after, like, I upgrade my PC, I'll sell some parts. But it's more of like an open community thing to get people to sell the parts, buy parts.
Oh, okay. So it's kind of like an eBay or an Amazon you're doing, it sounds like, right? Kind of?
Yeah. I'm not charging people. It's, hey, post it if you want to. I don't mind. If I help you sell it, I'm glad.
Ah, okay. So you help people find parts and you help people sell parts.
Yeah, and my one friends run into tech. Like, if someone's having any issues, I go in the channel, hey, my graphics card ain't popping up for graphics, so my CPU is overheating. What can I do to fix it?
Got it. So how do people get in touch with you if they want some PC tech help?
Same way I said earlier, Facebook, TikTok, Discord, any way they want, I'm there.
Okay, so you're on TikTok too?
Yes, I'm on TikTok.
Okay. I'm on TikTok for gardening stuff, and it's amazing how many views you get on TikTok just by throwing something up there, where I could put a video or a post up on Instagram and it gets like nothing, because I don't know how to market on Instagram. You just do a little thing on TikTok and you look around the next day, there's like 400 people that watched it. So that's where do you get your best results from on all your social media platforms? What's the one that gives you the most results, or the one you like working on the best?
I feel like Facebook is, and like I'd like people to join the channel just in case they need future help or want future setups or future paint. So like I always am like, hey, if you don't mind, do you mind joining my channel to help you out in the future?
Ah, okay. So they can find you as Anthony Thurber on Facebook, correct?
That is correct.
Okay. And then on there, you've got all the information for your Discord, Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, Click Clock, and anything else that might be coming down the pike, correct?
That is correct. And I also do have the TNT iRacing 9JR, TNT 9JR iRacing service page on Facebook also.
So you got both. So you can go to TNT Racing 9JR on Facebook or Anthony Thurber on Facebook. Tell them what you need. You need a paint. You need a broadcaster. You need someone to make a setup for you. You need to find this PC part. You need to sell a PC part. Anthony Thurber sounds like a one-stop shop for iRacing fans and racers and PC needs. Is that kind of sound in the right direction?
Yes, that sounds perfect. That's what I've always wanted. Like, I don't like having to go to a million different places for multiple things.
Exactly.
One place on one.
I wish I could just come down to my studio here, do a video, push one button, and it goes everywhere, even on another planet. Well, Anthony, I know you've got to get going there. It is, it's 2021, so it's 21 minutes after 8. I want to give you some time to get set up on your race there. Good luck on your race gig tonight. Thanks for stopping in, and just want to wrap it up one more time and let everybody tell everybody one more time what it is you do and how they can get in touch with you. I know you got about 2 minutes there.
Okay. Well, I just want to say thanks, Greg, for the chance for
you're welcome.
talking about the podcast. And again, like you said, I'm on TikTok, I'm on Facebook, even on Instagram, even. I'm on every single platform I know of. It's either Anthony Thurber on Facebook. It says yes to iRacer, TNT iRacing services or even Discord, TikTok, anything.
Got it.
Everything has the logo on it right there, or something saying I'm the one.
Very good. Well, Anthony, I want to thank you for stopping in tonight, and I wish we had more time to talk, but I do understand you got to go make sure everybody stays in line and doesn't jump the start on that race you're working on tonight. So once again, thank you very much for stopping by, and we'll check back maybe in a couple months and see how things are going and have you come back on.
I'd love to be back on.
All right. Thank you very much, sir. Have yourself a really good night and good luck on the race tonight.
You too, bud.
Bye-bye. That was Anthony Thurber from Tnt Racing 9JR. He does just about everything iRacing. And like his logo says on our page, if you're watching us tonight, for all your iRacing needs, wraps, setups, PC tech, broadcasting, PC parts, he's the middleman. He will take a commission if you'll give it to him, or he'll just tell you who needs a part and where you can sell a part, and also help you out if your CPU is overheating. And you can find him on Facebook as Anthony Thurber or TNT iRacing Services. And like he said, he's on Facebook, he's on TikTok, he's on YouTube, got a Discord going on there. And let me just turn off the timer. There you go. You can stop anytime you want there. Anyway, so that's what he does. And I want to thank him for checking out. And again, if you need anything iRacing related, wraps, setups, you need a broadcaster, you need someone to run race control, please give him a holler. Anthony Thurber, thanks again. Tnt Racing 9JR was our guest tonight. And we're going to let you know the Happy Hour Truck Series from Joe Sixpack Racing. It's a new truck series. It will be debuting September 1st, which I believe is a Thursday night. And we're doing recruiting races on Thursdays. There'll be one coming up this week. The Richmond Recruiter will be Thursday, August 4th at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. It's 125 laps. I believe the setups will be 50% fuel. There'll be 2 tire changes, so 3 sets of tires, 1 quick fix, 1 green white checker if we need it, and the start zone will be in effect. So if you're interested in some more information, it is Camping World Trucks. We run a fixed series. iRacing, your IR limit is 2,000. That's the IR cap. And to qualify, you have the safety rating of Rookie 2.0 to A 4.0. And anybody wants to join, please take part in some of the races so we can get to know you. You get to know us, see how we race together. Apply to the league if you want, or we'll give you an invite if you are a good driver and courteous around other drivers. Not looking for the fastest guy in the world or fastest lady in the world, just looking for some drivers that like to have fun and drive trucks on tracks for 13 weeks with various prizes throughout the season. We've got Joe Racing 6-pack mugs. We give away plaques. I also roast Soma coffee, which is the blend I make is called Racing Fuel for Humans, and drivers start your mornings. It's really good stuff. I roast it on the back porch, bring it inside, grind it up, and drink it every day. So anyway, this is the Joe Sixpack Podcast, reminding you to tune in tomorrow night when, I forget who our guest is, but we will be back here tomorrow night at 8 o'clock with another Joe Sixpack Podcast. And again, you can watch the Joe Sixpack Podcast live on Twitch TV by just logging into twitch.tv/Greg Drace, DRAISS. You can watch it on YouTube later tonight, and it will live in infamy out there in Cyberland on Anchor, Spotify, Apple Podcast, Amazon Podcast, Stitcher, and probably a couple dozen other ones. And you can just also look up the list on Anchor FM, anchor.fm, and you can see all the Joe Sixpack podcasts that we've done there. They're up there with the audio links. So just a reminder, the Joe Sixpack Racing Happy Hour Truck Series, Richmond Recruiting Race, Thursday, 8/4/22 at 8 p.m. Eastern Time, 125 laps at Richmond, 30-minute practice, 2-lap, 5-minute qualifying, and then 125 laps. So come on out, get in there and do some racing. There'll be some practice sessions thrown up every now and then. and I will throw in some AI drivers, some artificial intelligence drivers to race against. That's how I've been practicing for the upcoming races, and been doing fair. I used to have a decent I rating. I was always trying to get to 1,500, and every time I get close, I crash. So I was 1,300. Haven't done any official races in about a year and a half, and I jump in 1 week, and my I rating drops from 1,300 to just over 900. So it's pretty embarrassing. So I probably just should have stayed out of the official races. So anyways, the Joe Six-Pack Podcast will be back tomorrow night live at 8 o'clock. You can watch it on Twitch TV, twitch.tv/Greg Dreiss, and we hope to see you Thursday night at Richmond. It will be listed under hosted. Thanks for listening in or watching, and have yourselves a good night.